Hi everyone, Paul Lange from Disciplined Trading Strategies with this week's Trade of the Week video. This week ending 3/24 of 2024. This happened on Thursday the 21st. The stock was AMAT, A-M-A-T. This is based on a Tier 2 gap with an entry on a 5-minute secondary sign of weakness, actually 2 entries. Management advance reward to risk 2.6 to 1. Before we get going, as usual, free members this week. You can come join us for the bi-weekly scanning night. If you're a member of DTS, you'll get your invite automatically. If not, head over to the DTS homepage and you'll see areas you can sign up to be a free DTS member. Here's the daily chart of AMAT. It looked like that the day before. Kind of a little bit of a bullish look to it, but we're going to gap to right there. That is not necessarily bearish on a chart like that. It depends on a lot of things. You have to remember when you look at a gap to somewhere is different than trading to somewhere. You have to use a different set of standards to evaluate the chart. That was a okay bearish gap. Needed some proof though. You'll see in a minute the proof I got, and that's the reason the trade happened. And that's what it looked like after the day of the trade. Opened right there, ran up a little bit early, and then fell in the afternoon. 60-minute chart. Not a whole lot to learn here. You see the gap up coming right to there. We ran higher for the opening, couple 3 hours, and then we tailed off into the afternoon. Can't really see much on that chart. Here's a chart where you learn something, 5-minute chart. This was on a chart for me, but it was not something I was going to do early. And when it turned red out of the gates like that and then came back, this is a warning sign to kind of hold off a little bit. So I wasn't really watching this in the morning. Normally I'm not back in the afternoon, but this day, a couple other days this week, we had to come back because some of the gaps, like this gap, was something that I had to wait till noon to see what was going to happen. But then somewhere through here, you can see what's going on. Entry under 213.59, stop over 215.00. Stock was looking good, started to bleed, and then another entry came right there. Took a second trade on it, entry under 212.49, stop over 214. Again, this trade was a okay setup by the time the afternoon came along. What really convinced me were the entries. These are some great entries. I've said many times I'd rather have a great entry to a so-so strategy than a great strategy and a so-so entry. So this kind of fit that bill. 2 trades, took the targets, one at 211.03, and then one trailed on the way back up to 11.17. Turned out to be a really nice half-day type of profit because there kind of 2 trades came together there. Not a huge move. Go back and look at that daily chart. Not a huge move, something I talked about in the last Trade of the Week video. Here's the 1-minute chart, gives you just a little better view of the entries. Actually, it's a 2-minute chart. Ignore that at the bottom there. We opened somewhere off to the left there. We're picking this chart up around noon, 12:30 or so. There's entry number 1 coming down in that red bar. Entry number 2 right in there when it broke beneath something. And target number 1 you can see here. Trail it as it came back over that red bar, which actually really turned out to be pretty much near the low of the day. And then target number 2 is off the chart, but it was just a little bit above that. DTS Trading Room for February. January was a good month. February is an excellent month. March is doing fine so far, not over yet. Come join us in the DTS Trading Room if you have even a couple mornings free a week. I suggest you be there. We generally are done trading, at least taking new trades by 10:30 or 11 o'clock. Once in a while we come back for a later trade, but generally that's it. So if you have a couple mornings free, come join us. Head over to the services page of DTS. You can figure out how to join us. A little bit different than your average room. It's not a scalpy, hyper type room. It's a little more laid back. Talk about trades. I take usually 3 trades a day on average, and we're usually done in the morning. It depends what the day looks like, though some days are different. Also, if you liked this video, make sure to check out the prior Trade of the Week videos and also the last DTS educational event, a very quality event, an hour long. You can either click on those pictures or, if it doesn't work, go to the DTS free stuff page. And until next time, this is Paul for DTS. Good trading, everybody.